Number 10. Innisbrook's Copperhead course is a unique undulating Florida design, and at the end lies the snake pit.
16, 17 and 18 are really hard to finish, especially 16. Definitely one of the harder par 4s we'll play on tour. It's a really hard tee shot trying to hit that fairway. And then it's got a very tiny green sloping away from you. 17 long par 3, anywhere from a 3-iron to a 5-wood sometimes. And then 18 up the hill in a really narrow fairway with a blind second shot into the really tough green. So it's definitely one of the best finishes on tour as well.
Number 9. Arnie's place at Bay Hill Club and Lodge is fit for a king.
Again at Bay Hill!
With a skinny green surrounded by water, the par 3 17th makes it difficult to attack the pin. Walking away with par is considered a good score. Then there's number 18. The king transformed an easy par 5 into a destructive 458-yard par 4 with the green tucked behind a rock-lined pond.
I think 16, 17, 18 are tough. You just got to hit good shots coming down the stretch there.
Number 8. Playing around a 4-acre pond, holes 15 through 17 at TPC River Highlands are commonly referred to as the Golden Triangle.
It's a really exciting finish. You got the 15th hole where if you hit a good tee shot, you're looking at definitely a birdie, maybe an eagle. 16 is just a great par 3 where, you know, if you miss the green, you're probably not going to get up and down. But if you do hit it, you have a birdie chance. And then 17, that hole's all about tee shot. Once you do get in the fairway, you know, the second shot's fairly easy.
15 through 18, great finish. Birdies, eagles, bogeys, doubles can happen. You just never know. And that's what makes it awesome.
Number 7. Quail Hollow's closing 1,175-yard stretch of brutal fairways, greens, and water hazards earned the nickname the Green Mile. Its centerpiece, the daunting 213-yard par 3 17th.
You play that hole with trepidation, is probably a good word. You stand on the tee there and you know you're one bad swing away from making 5.
I'd take 4 pars there every day and then definitely cut the field by quite a few shots. If you could get through there and make it 2, you're definitely stealing about a shot and a half from the field.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest finishes, you know, we play on tour. You know, this tournament's not over until that final putt goes in, because anything can happen.
Number 6. Situated on 220 acres of luscious landscape, Jack Nicklaus created what is now Muirfield Village, and holes 12 through 15 are tough to beat. The par 3 12th is reminiscent of the 12th at Augusta National and plays 184 yards over water to a 2-tiered green surrounded by bunkers. Miss it, and you will either find sand or water. Admired most is the par 4 14th, spread out over 363 yards through a tree-lined valley with a creek emerging across the fairway 245 yards out. A second shot into a narrow green yields a classic risk-reward hole and a perfect birdie opportunity for accurate players. Number 5. Horrible Horseshoe is the nickname for the toughest stretch of holes at Colonial Country Club. Shotmaking is tested at the par 4 483-yard dogleg left 3rd hole. A perfectly placed tee shot around a large tree and bunker is desired, narrowing the opportunity for birdies. The longest par 3 on the course, measuring 247 yards, follows. The elevated green has yet to relinquish a hole-in-one in the 62 years of the tournament. Number 4.
It is one of the hardest courses on tour. It certainly has the toughest stretch of finishing holes, the Bear Trap.
In the epicenter of PGA National's champion course lies the infamous Bear Trap, a late 3-hole stretch where water is a major factor and plenty of trouble ensues. A group of holes made up of the par 3 15th, par 4 16th, and rounded out by the par 3 17th. Each hole a defining moment with demanding tee shots and limited landing zones. Number 3.
I think the finish at TPCS Grass is spectacular. I think it's one of the most memorable finishes to any golf course in the world.
That finishing stretch, 16, 17, 18, everything happens there. You want to be in the hunt on those holes. That's where you can make it happen, or something's going to happen.
The finishing holes on the stadium course may be the most recognized in all of golf. Sandwiched in between the short par 5 16th and the demanding par 4 18th sits a par 3 island green. From holes in one to double-digit scores, the 17th hole has become one of the most illustrious in the world. These holes determine the player's champion. Number 2. It's been said Pebble Beach Golf Links is the greatest meeting of land and sea. The fairways run into the ocean, and the greens sit along the cliffs between the stretches of landscape. From the par 3 7th, the most notable hole on the course, playing just over 100 yards, to the majestic par 4 10th.
When you go to Pebble Beach and you get on that run of 7, 8, 9, 10, all along the ocean, to have that kind of a situation, I've had a love affair with Pebble Beach. If I had one round of golf, I'd go to Pebble Beach.
Number 1. Amen Corner. A pristine piece of property on one of golf's most sacred grounds. The par 4 11. White Dogwood is the toughest of the three, spreading out over 505 yards. Rays Creek sits along the backside of this green, extending to the front of the shallow 12th green, otherwise known as Golden Bell. Perhaps one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf, it's also the shortest hole at Augusta National. The final hole of the three is the treacherous yet magnificent par 5 13th. Named for the 1,600 azaleas lining the 510-yard landscape, Azalea has witnessed both derailing train wrecks and miraculous escapes. This trio of holes at Augusta National is where the green jacket is won.